live. Sorry about the noise in the background, just to start with. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is episode 37. Today I'm going to talk about, the title of today's video is she girlfriend material? Is she girlfriend material? Do these tests first, should I say? Get my words out properly. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the test that you should. This works both ways, of course. Men can be arseholes, women can be arseholes, of course. Yorick, hi Yorick, good to have you with us. Your Brad, the legend, is back. Oh, thanks, Yorick. How are you? How's life? Today I'm going to be talking about is she girlfriend material? So do these tests first. Do these tests first. That's what I'm going to be talking about. I'll get warmed up in a moment as the vlog continues. So I'm going to just type something in first, Q&A. And then I'm going to get into it. Is she girlfriend material? Is the first part of what I want to talk. Is she girlfriend material? I get women should do this to men as well, of course, but men should do this to women. It should work both ways. You've got to protect yourself because not everyone's going to have your best interests at heart. I'm going to link some stories in there with regards to this, of course. I'm just typing something in first. Is she girlfriend? Is she trustworthy? Sorry, is she trustworthy? There we go. Yorick saying good, sad. You're sad. The Last of Us game is now finished. Got round to finally finishing it. Wow, that's been a while, that, Yorick. So you've completed it. What game are you going to do next is the question, if you've completed that. So you're a bit sad it's ended. You must have been enjoying it if you're sad it's ended. Is there no more versions of it, like more later editions of it, is the question. Actually, Yorick, can I borrow Yorick? How do I quick question? Sorry, how do I put comments? Jason Forsaken says hi, Jason. We just started, Jason. Good to have you with us. My name's Brad, by the way. I'm going to be talking about the test that you should put in place before getting with a partner, with a girlfriend. Test that you should give to them, and I'll explain that in detail. So Yorick saying, I'm just going with the chat for now. Yorick saying, yes, I enjoyed it. The second part, buy it, but you need to buy it. Jonathan saying, good morning. Where are you from, Jonathan? Are you from Australia as a guess, or am I wrong? Are you from the States, United States? I'm from England myself. So I'll get into it. Nadir is saying hi. Hi, Nadir. Good to have you with us. Jonathan is saying no. Sorry, where are you from, Jonathan? Let me know where you're from. I don't know who that is. Sorry, but hi back to you as well with the hand up. Hi back. Nadir saying UK, nice place. Some of it's nice. Some of it's not so nice, Nadir. Jonathan from Manchester. All right, from Manchester. Cool. I mean, you can call me Matteo. So, Jason, Matteo. Okay, Matteo. Thank you, Matteo. So, these are some of the tests that you can put into place. I'm just going to talk about them. Bob is asking, I need help. Why do you need help, Bob? Elaborate. So, I'm going to get into this first. I'm going to talk one moment. Please like and subscribe to you guys. Appreciate your support. Thank you, Yorick. And thank you to anyone that's subscribed. Thank you to anyone that comments. Thank you to anyone that watches. It's the Inspirational Ambivert channel. Please subscribe if you can. Click on the notification button and you're going to see more content like this. Bob is saying depression and anxiety and TBI. Sorry, what's TBI, Bob? Sorry to hear that you're suffering there, Bob. It doesn't sound good. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'll help you the best I can, Bob. I don't have the answers to everything. But sometimes even someone understanding where you're coming from can help. A problem shared is a problem halved, isn't it? Traumatic brain injury. Oh shit! What happened, Bob? What happened to you, Bob? Nadia saying nice to meet you from Algeria. Okay, cool. How's life in Nigeria? Algeria, Nadia. What happened, Bob? How did you suffer that? What happened with your traumatic brain injury? I'm going to get into my content a little bit, but I'll go back to a car accident. Oh, mate, I'm really sorry. Were you driving? Were you a passenger? How did the car accident occur is the question. I'm going to get into my content now, what I'm on about, and then I'll go back to the comments in a moment, guys. So is she trustworthy? It's not just about cheating, this. Obviously, if someone cheats on you, they stab you in the back, that's not good. Of course it isn't. No one wants to be cheated on, man or woman. It's not good. But can you share but the thing is, can you share your fears with them? This is a test that you can put into place. This is a test that you can put into place potentially. Can you share your fears with someone, with the new girlfriend, let's say, the new partner? This can work both ways, or women with men, men with women, whatever. Or without them being used against you. So you're not going to use your own fears against you. I'm referring to my notes as well, of course, to be open and transparent, but I'm adding some of my own perspectives on there as well in a freestyling matter. Will she respect your boundaries when you're not around? Will she respect your boundaries when you're not around? Can you count on her to keep her word? So how are you going to test her? How are you going to put this test in place? You're going to tell her something small. Tell her something small. It could be a little thing. I say, please don't tell anybody. I'm just letting you know this. This is something I don't want anyone to know. And you let her know that. You tell her a little thing. And people might think, oh, this is playing games. It's not playing games. That's different, in my opinion. This is just putting a test in place. You're testing to see if you can trust this person. Because if you can't trust someone, the relationship's going to be shit. It's going to be shit. You're going to be checking the phone potentially. Not good. If you can't trust someone, that's not good. So you're going to tell her a little tiny thing. That's it. Little tiny thing. But you say, please don't tell anyone. And if she doesn't tell anyone, that's a green flag. If she honors if she respects you and she cares about you, she won't share your personal details that you don't want to be shared. She'll have respect for you. Therefore, that would be a green flag. That means good, obviously. However, if she starts to tell people or starts to use it against you, use it as a joke against you, it's a bit nasty or whatever, of course, that's a red flag, isn't it? That's a red flag. I'm going to go back to the notes again, guys. So you were driving alone, Bob, and you can't remember with the car. I'm sorry that happened, Bob. That must be awful. How's your body? Were you physically injured as well in this car accident, Bob? I'm going back. I'm changing subjects a bit, but it's all good. Jorik's asking me, did you have the seatbelt on? Bob's saying he doesn't remember anything. Nadia's saying free Gaza. I don't. And then I'm getting Bido. Sorry, I don't know the rest of it. Free Palestine. Sherry, love Islam. I respect everyone's beliefs. I respect everyone's thoughts or whatever, political beliefs or whatever. But I'm not going to be able to help anyone with these things. By the way, I can't help you with these things. I just want people to stop suffering. I want wars to stop. I want people to stop suffering. I think it's awful. However, that other things, I'm sorry, I can't help you with it. The whole Islam, whatever, it's free Gaza thing. I won't be able to help you with that. Sander, hi Sander, good to have you with us. Hello, lovely people. Thanks, Sander. I'm just going to try. Sander saying, LOL, typing free Palestine, is it surely going to help? Of course it is, yeah, of course it is. It's not at all, is it? How do I add text on here? I sound really silly now. I don't want retouch on. I'm going to just change that a little bit. I've lost my flow a little bit, guys. Sorry. Test. I'm just typing something in. One moment. Done. Okay, that's good. Yorick saying hi to Sander. Sander's saying, why are people so brain dead and believing everything that's trending in the media? Yep, they are. They don't really have much thought into it. Think for yourself and do your own research, for God's sake. Yeah, a lot of people don't do that either. A lot of people don't do that. They just believe what's told to them. And then it's like they just jump on the bandwagon. Yep, that happens a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the content, guys. Sander's saying hello to Yorick. I agree, though, Sander, with that, what you're saying. So, is she trustworthy? Is she trustworthy? I've mentioned that, haven't I? You're going to tell her something small, something personal. If she starts to tell other people, then it's not going to look good, is it? It's not going to be good. That means you can't trust this person. They've just shit all over. They don't respect you. Someone doesn't respect you. If you've asked them not to tell anyone something and then they go and do it, they don't respect you. And it might only be a small thing. And you might think, oh, I'm playing games here. No, I'm not seeing if I can trust you. And if you can't trust someone, there's no point having a relationship with them because it's just not good. It's going to be ugly, trust me. It's not going to be good. Yorick saying, test I would give is test how much shopping she buys before diving into the relationship. Yeah, how much is it going to cost, Yorick? How much is it going to cost? It depends. If she's paying for it, if she carries her own weight with that, that's not so bad. If she's spending everything, though, financially irresponsible, like really stupidly, like to the point where she can't even pay for her own food or her own rent, or she can't cover her expenses. She's living way beyond the means. And you with someone like that, they'll absolutely ruin you. They'll ruin you financially, just take everything from you. So I was saying, ha, Yorick, I love shopping. I think a lot of people love shopping. They love buying things. And I earn well for myself. Good for you. Yeah, that's all good and well, isn't it? Of course. So I'm going to move on. I'll have a little sip of tea. One moment. I think it's too hot still. This is just a chilled one anyway. I've not spoke about masculinity type things for a while, so I thought I'd do a live vlog regarding it. Okay, next one is she okay with you doing your own thing? So is she okay with you doing your own thing? So so what does that mean? Let's refer to my notes. As a strong man, you will need time to work. You'll need time for your goals. Maybe need time for friends or your own mental space. As a strong, independent person, that's what a strong, independent person would like. Those types of things. Just doing your own thing. You're not saying all the time, but some of the time. And if she supports you, that's a great sign. Of course it is. If she backs you up, she's encouraging you to do your own thing, then that's a good thing. Sandra's saying she's a lady. Oh, she's a lady. What the fuck? I'm playful today. Enjoy. One moment, sorry. Oh, I think I'm talking to myself here. Let's keep going. It's a song, Brad. I don't know what song that is, Sander. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so if she supports you doing your own thing, that's a good thing. Of course, it's a good thing, in my opinion. It's all good, yeah. And you should support her as well. Of course, it should work both ways. You should encourage your partner to meet friends and do their own thing, have her own life to an extent. It's good to be, there's being dependent on someone where you're completely dependent. That's negative, isn't it? You're dependent on them all the time. That's not good. There's independent when you're doing your own thing, which is great. But then it's interdependent. Interdependent is when you you're both working together, but independently as well. You're doing your interdependence. Yes, that's the ideal. You should be doing your own thing in a relationship. However, if you're with someone who's really clingy, there's nothing wrong with a bit of this, but too clingy, doesn't trust you, very needy, and they try to guilt trip you, try and make you feel guilty for wanting to go to the gym even. You try and make you feel guilty for meeting your friends that you haven't seen for ages. That's not good. That's not good, is it? That's a test you should give as well. If they like that, if you meet a woman or a man meets, or the other way around, if a woman meets a man, this can work both ways, by the way. It's not just men meeting women. But they don't want you to do your own thing. They don't want you to have your independence. They don't support you at all. That is fucking red flag territory, big time. Red fucking flag. I think what a lot of people do as well, in my opinion, is a lot of guys, let's say, I don't know about women could probably do it as well, but a lot of men, what they do is they're on their own for a long, long time. They're not with anyone at all. And then all of a sudden you get someone comes into their life and they just take that first person and they're desperate for a relationship. And there's a chance that person will be a really nice person, a good person, but there's a good chance they're going to be toxic as well, and they can completely fuck your life up. If you're with the wrong person, they can ruin your life. They can fuck your life up. And you might get the honeymoon period. It might be good at start. Trust me, I've been there. But after that, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get painful. And this is the reason why I'm talking about these things, to try and avoid. These tests can help you spot negative people, basically. So if they start guilt tripping you just because you want to go to the gym or go to a football match, be with your friends just a little bit, within reason, of course, then that's a red flag. That means she's not ready for a man that has direction in their life. She's not. This woman wants a weak. Basically, they'll probably be better with a weaker person. They'll be better with they're not ready for a strong person, in my opinion, if they're clingy and they're needy, etc. A lot of people might not agree with that, but anyway. Yorick saying, yes, freedom is important for me in a relationship. Of course, Yorick. I love my space. I don't like too clingy when someone calls you 24/7. No, it can be too much, too stifling, too controlling. I agree, Yorick. But it's within reason. You've got to make compromises. If you're with somebody, you've got to make compromises. You can't just do your own thing all the time. Then that's not going to work, is it? It's not going to fly, is it? It's not good. It's getting the right balance, man. But if someone is too clingy, checking your phone, basically not trusting you, it's weak. It's a sign of an insecure, weak person, basically, if they do those things. We can all be weak. We can all be insecure, of course. Of course we can. But yeah, I agree, Yorick. Sandra's saying, Yorick, yeah. It's good to get a woman's perspective as well. Yorick, yeah, that's off-putting. You'd want someone well-rounded that has a life, that has aspirations, that's going somewhere, that's doing something. It doesn't matter what that is. Anyway, I agree. So yeah, let's keep going. One moment. I'm just checking my notes, guys. So the next one, we're moving on. I'll have a sip of tea. One moment. Does she only want you for the money? I think Yorick mentioned this to an extent with regards to the shopping. I'm referring to my notes again. If she's only with you because of what you can provide, what you can give, that's a problem. It's a big problem. If she's only with you because you've got a good job, you've got loads of money, that's the only reason she's with you, because that does happen to some guys. Absolutely. You're not loved or liked or appreciated for you as a person. You're just appreciated by what they can take from you. Basically, it's parasitic. It's parasitic, isn't it? A user, a taker, a piss taker. It's a fucking piss taker, isn't it? And what's the test that you can do? This is a good test, in my opinion. Early on, suggest a low-key date. So it's a low-key date. So there's nothing wrong with nice meals out. They're really good, of course. The night, going to a concert, spending loads of money, whining and dining. Those are good things. Good things to go on a date with someone on. Of course they are. However, this is what you test them with. You say, instead of going for this really nice meal, we're just going to go for a walk and we're going to go for a coffee. We're going to go to the park. We're going to go to the park and go for a coffee. And if she's still excited and she's still happy, then that's a green flag, isn't it? If she's happy, she's content with that, she just wants to spend time with you, that's really good. That's great. Amazing. She's not using you. She's not bothered about the expenses. She likes having nice meals, but she's not that bothered. She's only there for you then. If she's happy to go for a walk in the park, she's happy to go for a coffee or whatever it is, something low-key, not expensive, that's a green flag. That's good, of course. However, if she starts getting all weird on you, if she just bails, if she just walks off, leaves you, she said, all right, we're not going to that nice restaurant, and she gets angry at you or upset at you and gets weird about it, that's going to be a red flag. That's going to be a red flag. And then basically that's told you everything you need to know. A lot of people ignore these things, or sometimes people can be so desperate for a relationship. I've been there to an extent when I was younger, so desperate for anything, for a relationship, that you'll accept crumbs, you'll accept shit, and you shouldn't accept shit. You should have self-love and self-respect. And you don't want to end up with someone who's just using you. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I've got a story linked to that. I'll keep talking the best way I can, of course, one moment. I remember in my later 20s, I was with somebody. I was paying all the rent. I was paying for all the bills. She said she'd pay for the food. We were both working. I wasn't on loads of money. I really wasn't, especially then I wasn't on a lot of money at all. She was on about a similar type of money that I was on. I paid for most of things anyway. And she said she'd pay for food. And then she didn't even pay for the food. She didn't even fucking pay for the food, even though I was paying for everything else. And a lot of time I'd end up buying the food. Anyway, whose fault's that? That was my fucking fault at the time for accepting this shit, by the way. It was my fault. I accepted it. Shame on me. It's really bad, Brad. Yeah, it is fucking bad. Anyway, and she used to buy a bottle of wine every night. Every night. Red flag. She was drinking every day. Not good, in my opinion. Drinking a fucking bottle of wine every day is not good. Each their own. If you want to drink, whatever. But I don't think you should be drinking every day. My opinion. That's my thoughts on that. It's a bit fucked up. Anyway, she was drinking every day. She'd buy a bottle of wine and she'd just sit there and drink it all to herself. All of it. Boom. Gone. Fucking drank it all. Would she offer me any? I didn't want any, but she didn't offer me any. Selfish as fuck, basically. So I was paying for all the food, paying for all the house, working my ass off. And then obviously another one is she talk, like I am now, but she would talk. All about her. And I couldn't get a word in ever. And if I ever did, it'd just go back to her again. God, I'm going on a bit. I'll carry on. Anyway, another time this is what took me to realise, is to do Muay Thai kickboxing. I've told this story before, but I'll say it again. I was doing Muay Thai kickboxing and working on the pads, and I did a flying elbow onto the pad, like jump up and elbow the pad down. And then I landed on my ankle instead of on my foot. And I was barefoot. Anyway, my ankle, it fucking killed. I just fell over, obviously. My ankle was like a ball and chain. It was massive. I had to limp to the changing room. The gym instructor drove me home because it was that bad I couldn't drive myself home. I got home. She was there with her, obviously. She had a fucking bottle of wine. Of course, she was pissed. She was pissed, of course. And I told her, shit, my ankle's fucked. I need help. I was in pain. I was a mess. And all she did was talk about herself. She just said, oh, my day's been really bad, blah, 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 blah. I needed to go to the hospital. I needed some TLC. I needed a little bit of care, someone to give a fuck. But she didn't. She didn't give a fuck. Trust me, she didn't give a fuck. And I thought, oh, that's great. Nice one. Anyway, my dad took me to the hospital at 2 a.m. Obviously, I had an x-ray, blah, blah, blah. And then it hit me, the epiphany. Like, oh, fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. I thought, she doesn't give a flying fuck about me. I realised, I thought, shit. It took me getting injured to realise I was in a shit relationship. Did I put these tests in place that I'm talking about? No, I fucking didn't. No, I didn't. I was so angry at myself as well. I was fucking angry at myself. I was thinking, how the hell have I allowed this to happen? How the hell have I allowed someone to take the piss for so long? There were so many red flags, and I ignored them. But it taught me a lesson. It taught me a lesson, and this is why I'm talking about what I'm talking about now. It helped me further along down the line to find a healthier relationship. Sander's saying, sorry to hear all this, Brad. It sounds horrible. Yeah, it is horrible, but it's life, Sander, sometimes. I think I needed the lesson. It was a hard lesson, that. Giant? Johnny Sins, all right. Are you talking about porn star Johnny Sins? I've heard that one before. How are you anyway? Hope you're okay. I'm not quite Johnny Sins. It's the wrong place. Like, you're in the wrong. You might be in the wrong place, Gian, if you're looking for that type of thing. I hope that you're okay, though. My name's Brad, by the way. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. It's Let's Get Inspired live vlog. And I'm just talking about tests you should put in place before getting in a relationship with women, basically telling my story. Saying, fine, brother, you look good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. That's very kind of you, Gian. Gian, I hope I'm saying it right. So yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, I ignored all these fucking red flags. I got burned. It was horrible, Sander, going back to what you said. I learned the fucking hard way, and sometimes the only way to learn is the hard way. I ignored all the red flags. I was probably desperate at the time to have a relationship, and that's what happens. Sander's saying welcome as well. That's lovely. So, as I said, you're watching. You take her for instead of taking her for the nice meal, you're going down. You're just going for a walk with the girl that you've just met. You're watching her fucking reaction. You're watching for that reaction. If she starts going cold, disappointed, or she checks out, she leaves completely, or whatever, that's a red flag. And then if she walks away, just because you've gone for a walk and a coffee instead of going for a nice meal because you want it, and she walks away, that's just told you everything you need to know. Told you everything you need to know. And you should have the confidence and self-respect to go, do you know what? I'm fucking moving on. I'm moving on. Don't be scared of letting them go. A lot of people don't win with this one. Anyway, next one. I'm going to move on. I'm communicating this the best I can. Does she display accountability? So does she display accountability? This is a big one. This is with everybody, really. This is something that I massively look for in people as well. So I'll just refer to my notes again, of course. When a conflict happens, pay attention, because you're going to fall out. You're going to fall out. You're going to fall out. That people fall out. We're human, of course. Does she get defensive? Does she get defensive? Does she always blame it on you? So she's going to be beating you with a stick. So you could fall out. If you fuck up, you should own it. That's accountability. We're human. You're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes, and you should own it. However, if somebody doesn't have accountability, they're never going to own it. They're never going to say they're wrong. They'll blame you for it instead. So they're going to be a cunt with you. They're going to be horrible to you. They're going to be nasty to you. They're going to do shitty things to you. And it's your fault as well. It's like me punching you in the fucking face loads of times, and then I'm blaming you for it afterwards. That's not right, is it? That's what can happen. And maybe it's not, sometimes it's not punches in the face, it's just behavior, disrespect, that type of fucking thing. And some people can't admit when they're wrong, just never admit when they're wrong. So zero accountability, always your fault. You're going to be beaten with a fucking stick. Not good. Not good at all. And it's always going to be your fault. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? Or do you want to be that girl? It could work both ways, this. It could work both ways, couldn't it? Do you want to be that person where it's always your fault? No, you don't. No, you don't. Red flag, of course. However, on the other hand, if they accept accountability, go, oh, do you know what? I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to say that. I'm really sorry. And then they change the behavior. That's a green flag, isn't it? That shows that they care. That shows that they've got self-awareness as well. If they accept accountability, also means that they've got their ego in check. It means that they're a healthy person, very strong. It takes a strong person to admit when they're wrong. It does, because it can be painful when we make mistakes. It can be painful when we make mistakes, but that's a sign of a strong person. That's a sign of a person that will grow and learn. You don't make mistakes; the mistakes make you. Of course, I'll say it again. You don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. That's what accountability is. Fucking good shit. Really good shit. Some people don't do that though, do they? They don't. They just don't. A lot don't do it. A lot don't do it. And if you ever meet anyone in your fucking life that never accepts accountability, you need to stay away from them. I don't give a fuck who they are. They're never gonna be in the wrong. They're gonna probably be assholes. They're gonna shit all over you more than likely, and then they're gonna blame you at the end of it. So these tests are important. And I know I say tests men should give to women here, but this can work both ways as well. I'm not saying that men should be tested either. And people might think, oh, you're playing games. No, that's different. That's different, in my opinion. You put tests in place to protect yourself. And if you've got a lot of self-respect, you love yourself, and maybe you've learned the hard way like I did, going forwards after that, you're thinking, I'm never doing that again. I think no one's taking the piss out of me again. That's my thoughts on that anyway. I'm going on a bit, but here we go. So I'm going to move on in a moment. Sorry, I was drinking tea. Next one, how does she handle conflict? So how does she handle conflicts? You're going to fall, like I said, you're going to fall out at some point. People fall out. You're going to argue. Obviously, with regards to these things as well, if you've got high standards, high values, and you're expecting other people to meet those high values, you don't be a hypocrite. You've got to match that as well. You've got to match that as well. Not everybody does that either. You've got to come from a place of integrity, come from a place of strength. Don't be a hypocrite with these things as well, is what I'm trying to say. Don't expect someone to be holier than thou while being an asshole yourself. But anyway, how does she handle conflicts? Does she become cruel? Does she become nasty? Does she sweat down? Or does she actually try to solve the problem? So does she become cruel and nasty and awful, call you all sorts of names just because you're arguing, never admitting that they're wrong? Or does she try and solve the problem? Another one as well is, you'll have an argument with someone, for example, and then they'll ghost you, they won't speak to you. I think that's a form of manipulation as well. So they just won't even speak to you. They'll completely ignore you. You can't resolve the conflict. You're trying to talk to them. I get a little bit of that for a while. Maybe they're really angry. They need some time on their own. Absolutely fine. They don't want to speak. Maybe it's a few hours or whatever. But some people won't speak for days or weeks. That's fucked up. So you've had an argument. You need someone who can resolve conflicts, someone who can, once you've calmed down, can you speak to them? Can you speak to them? Can you resolve the conflict? Can you admit where you've gone wrong? Can you explain what's pissed you off? And can you actually also listen to the other person? A lot of people don't get this, do they? They don't. And then you can solve the problem, hopefully. But if you can't solve the problem, your relationship's going to be crazy. It's going to be fucking crazy, trust me. So this is the test. This is the test that I was on about. Bring up something small that bothered you. You're going to bring up something small, something that's annoyed you. I don't know what it is. Mastermind. Hi, Mastermind. Good to have you with us. My name's Brad, by the way. Lately, I can't stop thinking about my ex. It's been 9 months. Wow. What happened there then, Mastermind, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to explain if you don't want to. But if you can elaborate and share. Is it still bothering you, for etc.? I don't know the full story, Mastermind, but if you can explain, that'd be great. Yorick saying my brother's girlfriend checks his phone every time. That's a red flag, mate. That's what does that mean? No trust, Yorick. Control and no trust. I've been in relationships, Yorick, where I didn't trust the person. I didn't fucking trust them, and I had a good reason not to trust them because they were the way they behaved, the way they were with me. Going back to my 20s now, I'm 42 now. When I was in my 20s, I was in a toxic relationship, and I didn't trust them because I had a good fucking reason not to. But then I used to second guess myself, thinking, "Am I in the right? Am I in the wrong? Am I being paranoid? Am I being insecure?" That type of thing. But she wasn't a trustworthy person. However, on the other hand, I'm now with someone who I trust, and I never check the phone. I don't feel the urge to check her phone. I've been with someone for 9 years, Yorick, and honest to God, I trust her. I completely trust her. It's just such a nice feeling. That means you're with the right person. But in the past, I'd be checking, oh God, it sounds bad. I used to be checking my ex's phone. This is years ago. By the way. I was 29 then. I thought this is 13 years ago. When I was with the bad one, let's say, the toxic one, and I'd be checking the phone. It's not good, man. It's not fucking good. That means you're in a bad place, in my opinion. You're saying, what if both agree to mutually check each other's phones? Maybe different then. They agree to mutually check. Yeah, if you said check my phone, and you go, check it then. I don't give a fuck, check it. You've nothing to hide, have you? Maybe they've been burnt in the past. If they're mutually doing it, then that's a good point. That's a however moment, Yorick. Thinking outside of the box there. Thank you. That's another perspective, actually. I suppose if they're both okay with that, could it work? Maybe. If the other things, also with regards to this, you might have, if most of the relationship's really good, nothing's going to be perfect, is it? Then it might not be too bad. But Sandra's saying, if you have to check other people's phone, that's not good. No, if you feel like you have to. I don't think you should feel like you have to. I don't think I'd even want to check my partner's phone right now. I don't feel like it. I don't care about it. That's my perspective. Mastermind is saying, things weren't working, so I wanted to break up. She convinced me and I believed her to stay together. But then a week after, she breaks up with me on a text and blocked me from everywhere. Shit, man. Sorry, Mastermind, to hear that. So she wanted to end it, basically, Mastermind. Her ego. That was it. To make herself feel better. Like, you're not dumping me, I'm going to dump you, kind of thing. I'm not going to break up. You're not going to break up with me. I can't have that. I'm going to get back with you, and then I can break up with you. It's a red flag, Mastermind, anyway. Because if you were the right person, this wouldn't fucking happen. If someone really cared about you, you wouldn't get to that point. You won't get to that point. I suppose you've got to be ready for a relationship as well. There's times in my life I weren't even ready for a relationship. When I was in my 20s, I was wild, mate. I was fucking wild. Hence the reason I probably attracted toxic people, if I'm honest, because I was toxic at the time. But then a week after she breaks up with me and texts and blocked me from everywhere. Mastermind, how do you feel about that now, is the question. I'm going to ask you how you feel about that. How do you feel about that situation? Of course, it's normal to think. It's 9 months. It's quite a bit of time, but it's not a really long time, is it, Mastermind? Time goes quickly. How do you feel about it right now, is the question. Glassy's saying, hi, Glassy. Good to have you with us, by the way. Hope you're okay. Good to have you with us as well, Mastermind, and everybody else that's watching. Thanks for anyone that's subscribed. I really appreciate you all. This is Inspirational Ambivert channel. If you want to subscribe, please do, and just click on the notification bell if you can. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Anyway, let me carry on. Sclatty's saying, I had a similar situation with my ex. It could be just waiting to use his phone to take a photo and maybe needing to contact someone because I didn't have my own and he would refuse to hide it from me. That's a red flag as well, isn't it? Dodgy, Glassy. Yeah. That's really on edge, isn't it? Shit, you better not use my phone to take a photo. That's definitely a red flag. This works both ways as well. I know I'm talking about men with women here, but it could be women with men as well. With a lot of these things cross over, don't they? I'm saying it from a man's perspective because obviously I'm a guy and I've had experiences with it, but it works both ways. So thanks for that, Glassy. That's a good perspective. Thanks for sharing, should I say, Glassy. What happened after that, Glassy, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to explain if you don't want to, by the way. I don't want to put any pressure on anyone. Sanders then saying, in my opinion, I personally don't want to be with anyone who I have to even think of those kind of low vibrational things. Yep, I agree, Sandra. I agree. It is low vibrational. It is. It is. I suppose what can happen is, though, because I've been there, I've been cheated on when I was younger. I've been cheated on, been stabbed in the back. It's not nice, of course, but these things happen, especially when you're younger, whatever. And then it really affected me going forward for a long time. I was scared of rejection. I was scared of rejection big time. And also, I didn't trust people 100%. Therefore, you can bring that if you still. Therefore, what's that? It's emotional baggage, isn't it? You've not got over it. So if you first meet someone who's trustworthy, you might still carry some of that baggage over. Might still some of that emotional baggage with you if you met somebody, even if they're a really healthy, trustworthy person. But over time, you'd like to think that because they're trustworthy, you can just feel it. When you're with a trustworthy person that has integrity, honest to God, it just feels right. It's weird. It just feels like you just don't really feel like the need to check the phone. You just don't feel like it. I've been on both sides of the fence as well, where you don't trust them, as I've said. Anyway, I'll carry on with the comments. Yorick's then saying, what if a guy gets caught of pictures of female celebrities on his phone or some normal bikini models and the girl gets jealous of it? Is that bad on the part of the girl? I'd say so, yeah. If a guy gets caught, if he's got some pictures of celebs on his phone, imagine if the guy's got loads of green. The guy is a good, healthy person. He's respectful, decent guy, shows love, great partner, let's say, and they've just got a few pictures on the phone. That's not. Is it that bad? I'd say no. It's more. If the girl gets jealous of it, maybe that's the. If it's just those things, if this situation, if there's other bad things from the guy, then the girl might have a good reason to be insecure. However, if the guy's a healthy guy, and the girl's getting jealous of that, that's insecurity on her part, from my opinion. So it's bad on part of the girl. Yeah, I'd agree with that, Yorick. Depends on the full picture, though, doesn't it? Things aren't always straightforward as well. Things aren't always black and white. But I agree with what you're saying, Yorick, with regards to what you just said. Sanders saying hi to Glassy. Yorick then saying, as some girls don't want a guy to look at other than girls. Sorry, one moment. As some girls don't want a guy to look at any other girls on the phone except for them. Yeah, some girls can be like that. That's an insecurity. That's probably a red flag. It's insecure. Especially if the guy's not dodgy. Obviously, if he's chatting up girls all the time, texting girls all the time, cheating from either side, then of course you're going to be on edge around that person. You're not going to trust that person. Yorick's then saying, like, some girls don't like when the guys looks at girls like in a quick glance when they're with them outside. No, they don't. Guess what people do as well? Human nature. They're going to look at people. You're going to look. We're looking all the time. We're scanning the room. We also do it for scan danger sometimes, don't we? It depends on how the look is. If it's a quick glance and that's it, and then the guy's getting scolded for that, that's a red flag, isn't it? It's not. I think it's a bit too much. That's very insecure, isn't it? But if a guy's just gawping, staring at a girl for ages, then obviously the woman would have a right to be pissed off, in my opinion. Or it works both ways, as I keep saying. Anyway, thanks for sharing that, Yorick. Yo, what's up? Remember me? I'm really sorry, sorry. Please remind me. Sorry, I can't remember you. I'm really, really sorry, Please remind me. Good to have you with us, though, by the way. Sanders then saying, Yorick, I won't be happy, LOL. I think he's immature, but if he wants to look while he's on his phone, I can't stop him. You think they're immature if they have girls on the phone, basically, pictures of girls on the phone? Depends how far you go with it. You can look in a room though, you go, oh, that person's good looking. That person's not good looking. That person's average looking. We do it. Human beings do that naturally. That's my perspective. I'd never stare at a girl though, or make it. No, I think it's creepy as well. I would never stare at a girl, no. I would never do it. I think it's creepy as fuck. Makes you look like a creep. That's my opinion. Mastermind saying, yeah, I was hurt. You was hurt. I get why. How long were you with that person for, by the way, Mastermind? But then I just continued to work on myself. Good for you, Mastermind. I was doing quite well, but deep down, I couldn't forget her. We were together for almost 2 years. It's quite a long time, 2 years. Yes, you miss what could have been or what you wanted to happen. I get it, Mastermind. I've been there. I know what it feels like. But how have you worked on yourself? That's great, by the way, Mastermind. You've worked on yourself. Have you been going to the gym? Have you been reading? Doing some inner work, doing some outer work, being in the gym, keeping yourself fit, strong, mentally keeping yourself strong, doing some reading, working yourself internally. That's a really good thing. It's what makes you stronger. How old are you, by the way, Mastermind, if you don't mind me asking? It's Sab Trader. Yeah, I remember you now. No wonder I didn't remember you, Sab Trader. I'm going to call you you. No wonder I couldn't remember you. I remember you now, though. Cool. Good to have you with us again. Yorick's insane, but it's just where male mind is wired. We occasionally look at other female we are attracted to. I think women do it as well, mate. You should hear the women at work, what I work with. They're worse than the guys. They're worse than the guys. Some of them, not all of them. Sandra B saying, Yorick, we can't control that. Looking. You're going to look at people. Yes. Looking isn't the same as texting or cheating. I'd say, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not the same. It's just looking. Like a quick glance. Just, you're going to do it. Humans are going to do that. And anyone who says they don't do that, that's full of shit. Brad, do I have any other photos of other girls on my phone? No, I don't. I do not have photos of other girls on my phone. No, I do not. It's just, no. Not for me. Nope. Yorick's laughing at Sander. Glass is also laughing. Sander is also laughing. Yorick's saying that's a little bit cheeky. Yeah, cheeky. It's all good. It's a jokes. Santa's then laughing with the tongue out, as you do. And Santa's also looking to the left there, looking a bit shifty. Santa says hi to Sab Trader. You're saying I have pics of Laura Croft, a fake game character, on my phone. That doesn't count, right? We can let you off with that, Yorick. It's all good. Dawn saying powerful stuff tonight. He's saying I can hear the anger, and that's meant to be a good sign. Hi Dawn, by the way. Sorry, hi Dawn. Good to have you with us. I've just changed the topic a little bit. I'm talking about tests. Obviously, you might already know this, Dawn. I'm talking about tests that men should put in place before getting with a woman, getting with a girlfriend. But it could work both ways, of course. You're saying women do it too? Yeah, they fucking do. Fucking right, they do. They do. We're human, man. But I'm not. Anyway. So I'm saying LOL, Yorick. Laura Croft. Who played Laura Croft? Oh, it was thinking, was it Angelina Jolie that played Laura Croft in the movie? Of course. The movie version. Mastermind saying, I studied and cracked a decent tech internship. Good for you, Mastermind. I also explored spirituality. Yeah, that's great, man. That's really good, man. Spirituality is great. It can really help you fight. It just helps, man. And you're 21 years old. You're young then, Mastermind. You're young. You mostly works in your skill set so that can generate better revenue. You sound really smart, Mastermind. You just by what you're saying anyway, and by the fact that you've called yourself Mastermind, but you're backing it up with the dialogue that you're discussing now. Mastermind saying, I do have options to date other women, but I can't date them without getting... Yeah, you're better off waiting. You're only 21 as well. And also be careful. Just be careful. I think you probably only know this. But you've got to find someone you can trust that holds accountability. Somebody that can resolve conflicts is a big one as well. Can this person resolve a conflict? Or are they just going to kick off? They can't even reason. You've got to be able to reason with people. I understand if you have an argument, you're going to be fucking angry. That's okay. As long as you're not hurting each other, of course, that's bad. But then you might need time to cool down, of course. But once you've cooled down, that's when you can resolve the conflict. And that's where accountability comes in, doesn't it? Owning your shit. Someone like that. Brad married Angelina. He did. He's not with her anymore, though, is he? He's not with her anymore, lad. He's gone to another game, I think. It takes a while. 9 months isn't that long either, really, Mastermind. It takes a while. You've got loads of time. Tons of time. And also, I think as well, what's going to be attractive for a person, let's say, is you're focused on what you're doing. You're focused on your goals. You're focused on your internship, what you've just mentioned there, Mastermind. You're focused on creating revenue. You're focused on winning. And people probably, if you just focus like that, not obviously, that's going to make you more attractive, in my opinion, as a person, of course. You're not coming from a desperate place there, by the sounds of it. You're working on yourself. It sounds like you're doing really well. Mastermind saying, ha, 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 I was a kid when I made this account. Also, thank you for your wise words. I love the way you talk. Oh, thanks, Mastermind. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Respect. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Time's the greatest healer as well, Mastermind, I think. Takes a while, man. Takes a while. Yeah. Especially when you're 21. God, I'm 42, mate. 42. I still don't know all the answers. I found my 30s to be better than my 20s. I was more well-rounded in my 30s compared to my 20s. Everyone's different. But you keep doing what you're doing, mate. You'll get there. You'll get there. And that's this cliche thing. There's plenty more fish in the sea. So don't say I'm all about loyalty, but swinging doesn't count. Shit, dog. No, that doesn't count, does it? No, of course it doesn't. That's absolutely fine. Fine. We guys just need real life, like robot wives that do all the cooking and chores and arguing, and we'll be set. That could be a thing in the future, mate. Really could. Scary, that. I think there's going to be robot wives, man. I think there is. They're not already creating them, are they? I don't know much about it, but I think there will be. They'll do all the cooking and the chores. Will they do all the work as well? I think they will if they're robots. They'll be so much smarter than us, though. You're right. Maybe they'll make us the slaves. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box here, like a dystopian AI future there. Sander says, ouch. Mastermind saying, yeah, man, you're right. I will continue grinding. Yeah. Also, you don't look like 42. See, I look like someone in my late 20s. Cool eyebrows. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mastermind. Yeah, I'm 42, mate. 42. But thank you for the compliments. I appreciate that. I've got a young face, but an old head. I've got like a bald head, of course. Sanders says, good luck with that, Yorick, LOL. You're set for a lonely life, LOL. Yorick said, give it 50 or 100 more years, Alexa 3.0, yeah. I think there will be. I think it's happening. Dawn's just confirmed what I'm saying. I believe Japan already has an app, but you can't cook. It's just chat. Yeah, I think there is. Yeah. Sandra's then saying, Dawn, oh, Matt, oh, what a bum, what a bum. Mastermind says, bald-headed, super cool, suits you, man. Thank you, Mastermind. Respect, thank you. I appreciate that. Dawn's then saying, I know, she's going to be expensive when she gets here. What, the AI robot? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably already, oh, God. This AI thing is going to go crazy, man. I'm telling you now. It really, really is. It's going to, I don't think we've seen it yet. It's I've said this before, the genie's out of the bottle. The genie's out of the bottle. To that next few years to see what happens. Watch this space. And I know there's jokes going on now with regards to that from Yorick and you guys. Of course, it's funny. I get it. But, yeah, I think some of these things are going to come true. I don't know where it's going to go, though. Yorick saying, I'm just kidding, Sandra. Robot can't take humans' place as they never have free will or consciousness, not like us. No, they don't. Plus, the arguing over time livens up a relationship. Yeah, bit of passion. Mastermind saying, all right, man, catch you later. Subscribe to you. Thank you for subscribing, Mastermind. I appreciate that. Take care and always keep smiling. I will. And you, Mastermind, sound like a great person. Keep pushing. You'll get there. You sound like a great person. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it is, or enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you. Sandy then saying, Yorick, yeah, LOL, nothing like a morning mum to laughing you up. Yeah. Ear bleeding fun. Ear bleeding fun. It's all good. Dawn saying, I actually don't moan, LOL. My other half would confirm. You don't moan at all. Mastermind saying, thank you so much, bless you. Thank you, Mastermind. Thank you. Yorick then says, women also can motivate you, like saying behind every great man is a woman. Yeah, it's true, man. It is. Behind every great man is a woman. Yeah, if you meet the right one, it's great. It's gonna have its ups and downs, of course. You've got to put the work. You've got to put energy into it. You've got to put work into it as well. And what some people are addicted to is the honeymoon period. So you get the honeymoon period, everything's amazing, everything's perfect. And of course, it's not going to last that. It doesn't last forever like that. And then, as soon as that starts to fade, they jump to another relationship. That's what they keep doing. That's what some people do. And I think what some people do as well, each their own, of course, is they go from relationship to relationship to relationship. They can never be on their own. I think sometimes you need to be on your own. I was on my own for years. And it did me the world of good. I worked on myself for years. Yeah. At one point, even thought, honest to God, at one point I thought, I can't even be with anyone. I thought I couldn't be with anyone. I thought, I'm sick of playing fucking games. I don't want to play games. I'm sick of playing games. It's a load of shit. I thought, I don't want to play. I'm not even playing anymore. I didn't even bother at one point. And when you get to that point, and that's when you're not. But I got to a point where I didn't give a fuck. I thought, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to live my life, and then that's when things happen. Say when you try the least, it happens. I don't know. That's what happened with me anyway. I know it's a different topic today, but I think it's a good one. I'm just looking at the comments. Sanders then saying, Dawn, I don't give a shit. I most definitely speak up and say my shit if it's necessary. You get your point across. Yeah. Why shouldn't you? Sandra B is agreeing with 100% Yorick. Yeah. So Dawn saying, my exes were cunts. I like that word, cunt. Sorry, I do. I just do. Very blunt. A lot of people might not agree with that one, but anyway. My exes were cunts, and I reacted, but I'm zen now. So you're calm now. You're probably in a good place, probably with the right person, Dawn. You're a good person. Yorick's being naughty. I prefer mourning done in the sheets. Saying, shh, okay, we'll be quiet. We won't tell anyone, Yorick. Dawn saying, I can do that. And Donnelly says, hurry up and wash the dishes whilst lying in bed. Sandra's then saying, Dawn, I'm really easy to live with, but my Eastern European side comes out too, sometimes too. What do you mean by Eastern European side, Sandra? Explain. Dawn's laughing. Sandra B's looking cool with the glasses on. Dawn's saying, I've got an Eastern European here. Yeah, is he Polish? I think he's Polish, isn't he? So Sandra's then saying, Dawn, yep, LOL. So I'm going to go back to math. I've lost my train of thought a little bit, but let's, yes, Dawn saying, yes, Polish. Yes, I remembered. Thanks. I'm glad I remembered. So what you could do as a test to see if she handles conflict, right, is, I'm referring to my notes at the moment, bring up something small that bothered you. Just go, do you know, the other day, I just want to talk to you. Something really upset me the other day. Do you know when you didn't do this or you didn't do that, or you said something and it upset me, even if it's just a small thing, and then you're going to see how she fucking reacts. And if she goes, oh, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't know you cared that much about it. That's a green flag. It shows that she cares, that she's trying to resolve the conflict. She doesn't want to fall out with you. She doesn't want to upset you. Therefore, that person is showing signs that they care about you. However, on the other side, if she fucking flips out, she goes sick, she starts shouting at you, throwing plates at you, fucking going mental. Like you're thinking, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? That's a red flag. She's just going sick. She's going mad. She's swearing at you. She hits below the belt. Starts calling you all the nasty, nasty names. And imagine that. Imagine it. So that's only over a fucking small thing. Imagine if it's a big thing. What's that person going to do? Bye-bye. You don't want to go down that road. It's shit. I remember being with my... Sorry, I'm going on a bit. I remember being with my ex at the time. It's a long time ago, of course. I remember some days I'd be a fucking king. Like, I'd be the best thing since sliced bread. I'd be put on a fucking pedestal. I was amazing. And then I'd be exactly the same person the next day because I'm consistent as fuck. And the next day I'd be a fucking piece of shit. I'd be getting berated, put down. I was creating arguments and blah, 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 and just awful. It's like I've been stable. I've been the same person. I've not done anything differently. So, yeah, that's my little story linked to what I'm on about. Anyway. So, yeah, resolving conflict's a big fucking one. It's a big one. If you can't resolve conflicts, the relationship's not going to be good. Some people are addicted to that. What's it called? They're addicted to the adrenaline that an argument brings. Some people are addicted to the adrenaline that an argument brings. So they like conflicts. They search for conflicts because it helps them to escape their own selves, doesn't it? Their own minds. So they like to create crap. They like to create conflicts. They need a bad guy. And then they need to defeat the bad guy in an argument. Some people like that shit. As crazy as that sounds, some people like that shit. And there's an adrenaline kick. Makes them feel good, makes them feel alive. As I've said, it helps them to escape from their own inner reality. Helps them to blame something else for their own feelings of inadequacy or whatever it is. Some people are addicted to that type of thing. So some people love conflict. They love arguing. I fucking hate arguing. I hate falling out with people as well. I don't like it. I get sometimes you need to speak your mind. I get sometimes you need to say what you want to say, of course. And I get why people get upset sometimes, but I don't like falling out with people. I'd rather resolve it as soon as I can and be at peace. Obviously, though, some people you can't resolve anything with because they're just fucked. Sorry, but that's all I've got to say on that. Right, let's move on. Let's go back to the comments, should I say. I've been talking a bit there. Yorick saying, is Greece Eastern European? Good question. I don't think it is. Portugal, Spain is definitely not. Definitely not. I don't think Greece is. It doesn't feel like it is. It feels different. I don't know. To me, it does. Eastern Europeans are crazy, LOL. Where I come from, we have a little bit of a temper. Hot-blooded, Sander, by the sound of it. You're thirsty for blood. or whatever it is. You're good to go. Right, Sandra's saying Greece is South Europe. Yeah, makes sense. Don saying, nah, he doesn't have a temper at all. It takes a lot and it's never at me. That's really good, Don. That's a good temperament. That's a good, sounds like a very well-balanced person. That's what you want. That's what you want. Men or women, whatever, in my opinion. So, or Spain and Portugal, yes. You're saying Italian women have a temper too, don't they? Or is it just the way they talk makes it sound like they have temper? That Italian accent. They have that, don't they? The men do it as well. Is it the gestures, the hand gestures? Not that I'm a fucking expert on Italians, of course. I think the men can be like that, yes. We're stereotyping here, though, aren't we? Of course. We're stereotyping. Not everyone's the same. Just because you're Italian doesn't mean you're angry. Or because you're English, you're reserved. Some truth in those things, or stereotypes to an extent. But I think there's a lot more to people than just that. But I get where you're coming from. Santa's saying, yeah, they do, Yorick. LOL. Dawn saying, monopolarization is if your time is a big red flag. They want to talk all the time, even when you're busy. Monopolization, do you say? Yes. Yes. I've had that before. I once went on a date a long time ago. I went on a date. I only met her once. And it was a long fucking date. Anyway, all she did was talk. And talk. And talk. All about herself. Which I'm okay. I'm a good listener, whatever. But it got to a point where I thought, all right, I'm going to talk about myself a little bit. Didn't want to know. Change the subject back on myself. Didn't ask me one thing about me. And then she wanted to meet up again because she thought, oh, this one's a good sounding board. He's going to fucking soak up my shit. Thinking. And I went, yeah, I'll see you again, love. Don't worry. I'll meet up with you next week. Guess what I did? I didn't meet her again. I thought, no fucking chance. I felt so tired after it all as well. I felt so tired after the date. I thought, oh, God, I feel drained. Been dumped on here. In line with what Dawn just said, I like that word. Monopolization, yeah. Just completely monopolizing the conversation. Red flag. A conversation should go two ways. Obviously, sometimes one person might talk more than the other if it's something that they're passionate about or something that's occurred. However, there should be to and fro with conversations. Dawn's saying, yeah, it's like gambling. Yes. I need to do a video on that, on hormones. Fucking hormones. So, yes, I need to do a video on hormones. I need to read about it, though, first to educate myself a little bit more about it. I think it's interesting how hormones affect our behaviours. Affects us all. Very powerful. Like gambling's addictive. Yeah. Hot, then cold. Yep. Dawn, Sandy's saying, Dawn, I'm very mellow too. So I'm upset or angry, LOL, then I can throw a temper tantrum, LOL, but it's short-lived. I'm mostly emotional if I'm like that. Yeah. Short burst of anger. I can get angry too. And most of the time I'm chilled as well. Really chilled. I don't like being angry either. Yeah, what do I do? If I get angry, if I'm out and about, I'll probably just verbalize it. I'll swear, I'll get fucked off. I'll fucking tell people to fuck off. I fucking will if I get angry. Of course, I feel like hitting. Sometimes you feel like hitting someone. I never do that, of course, but I do feel like it sometimes. When I'm at work, I've been at work where I can't hit anyone. I can't swear at anyone. I can't. The anger's there. It's fucking there. It needs to go somewhere. And I start crying. When I'm really, really angry. And I have to hold it in. I'll start crying. And it's a release of all the anger. And people think, oh, you're sensitive. You're emotional. I'm like, no. I'm stopping myself from fucking smacking you in the face, you cunt. I'm stopping myself from swearing at you. I'm stopping myself from tearing you to pieces, you cunt. I'm swearing at you now, sorry. That's where the anger is. It's like, fuck. So I start crying. Yeah, I do. I've done it. I don't do it often. That's anger crying. That's not upset crying. That's a different type of crying. So don't think just because someone's crying, it's just because they're sensitive and upset and they're a bit soft. Sometimes it's they're stopping themselves from doing something. Different perspective with regards to that. Anyway. Don saying I won't fall for it now and I hate gambling. Yeah, I've done a bit of gambling, but only little bits, like £5, £10 or whatever, putting the lottery on. Yorick, oh yeah, Yorick, on that note, did you win the lottery? Probably not. Did you put it on and did you win it? Or is it for Friday, the lottery? I remember you saying put the lottery on. Yorick saying, what does it mean, monopolisation? I think monopolisation, correct me if I'm wrong, is it not like taking over everything, monopolising everything? I've got the monopoly on it. I've got monopoly of the game, isn't it? I've got everything. I've got the lot. So I'm monopolising this conversation. Well, I am actually doing this now because I've no choice. I've got to talk. No, there's no choice. There's no other way. If it was in a group of people, I'd be the quieter one, believe it or not, most of the time. I would. Believe it or not. Obviously, I'm not seeing that evidence right now because of the format that we're in. But yeah, monopolising means taking everything, taking over everything, being greedy with it. Selfish, really. It's a sign of being a selfish cunt. And it's also a sign if you're monopolising everything, it means you're a selfish cunt and you're just taking over everything, taking over all the conversation. You only care about yourself. It's selfishness. Therefore, it's a red flag. That's a big red flag. We're all a bit selfish. Of course we are. Human. We're all a bit selfish. However, there's levels to selfishness. If someone's extremely selfish, then it's just you don't want to be with that person. You're better off on your own. Yorick saying he's too lazy to check it out right now. Well, maybe you get round to it one time, Yorick. I think I've explained it, but not as well as the internet will. Don't say oops, thanks to Yorick and laughing. Don't say, oh, okay, sorry, I thought I spelt it wrong. It means taking up all your time. Thanks for explaining, Dawn. I've explained it in my own way, but mine might be a little bit off there. Don't saying you can throw spanners when cars don't do what they're supposed to. Or your partner. Yeah, that's a good way of getting the anger out. Not doing anyone any harm, though, is he? Anger's not a bad thing as well. Think, oh, anger, you're not allowed to be angry. It's okay to be angry sometimes. It's an emotion. It's okay. Good to just get it out, vent it out. In a measured way, of course. Sanatan saying that I work with a Lithuanian woman and she scares me, lol. She's definitely on the wrong side of Europe. Wow, why I can't say it. I can't say some words. Why is the woman from Lithuania, why does she scare you, Sandra? Dawn's then saying, laughing, of course. Sandra then says, I'm like a warm, lovely woman and strict and serious. Dawn's then saying, there's a Latvian guy at work and he sounds terrifying, but he's actually a nice guy. Yeah, when you peel back the layers. Yeah, sometimes people look scary. They look intimidating. When I walk around, people think I look pissed off. They think I'm fucking pissed off. But I have like this chronically unimpressed face, honestly. Like maybe not right now, but when I walk around, people think I'm angry sometimes. And I'm not even angry. I feel great. And then they think I'm fucking pissed off. I just have that chronically unimpressed face. But when you get to know me and talk to me, I'm pretty chilled. So don't always judge a book by its cover, by the sounds of that. Sanders then saying, this bitch gets her whip out, laughing my ass off. She's ice cold. Right, okay. So we're getting whipped to fuck here, are we, Sander? Thanks. I'm joking, of course. Don then saying, he came to me once and went, hey, you, fuel tank, no washing. I always wash my fuel tank now. What do you mean wash your fuel tank? In your, it's been thick now, Anna. Is it in your lorry, in your vehicle or whatever? Dawn says kinky. Yeah, well, yeah, it's going to be in it if you're whipping. If you're getting the whips out, going down the Dyke Avenue here. Sanders then saying, ha 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 ha, you wouldn't dare to me laugh my ass off. Don't say my anger doesn't last either. Mine doesn't. I don't like it. I don't like being angry. Some people are angry all the time as well. And anger will consume you if you let it. It will consume you. Some people are just really, really angry all the time, constantly on edge. Cortisol levels, stress levels, high blood pressure, lots of fucking inflammation. Fucking not good. Heart is on overtime, isn't it then? Your heart's on overtime. What's going to happen? It's not good. Anger will consume you, potentially. But a little bit's not so bad. Sanders showing me an angry face or whatever it is. Mr. Original. Hi, Mr. Original. Good to have you with us. Good. Thanks for commenting. Give it to him, G. Thank you, Mr. Original. Hope that you're okay. Dawn saying, I get it all out, Brad. I've done anger crying. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people have. Sandra B saying, LOL, Mr. Original. Dawn saying, yeah, Yorick, when you're taking us out. Yeah, Yorick, you're a multimillionaire now, lad. So you've got a job to do. Thank you. Joking, of course. Sandra says, Yorick, I haven't been to London in a long time. Yorick saying, I wish some birthday numbers came up and just when I don't play them, they come, that's lottery for, yeah, just when you don't play, the lottery, the numbers come in, shit. I play the lottery every Wednesday and Saturday. It's the national one though, not the European one. I once won £1,800. I put in a syndicate with my mum and dad. I pay every month, whatever. And we won £1,800 once for 5 numbers. You think you get more for 5 numbers, but it's better than fuck all. I got £600 out of that. That's my best win on the lottery. But I still play it, and one day I'll manifest that I will be a millionaire. Yes, that'd be great. Why not aim for that? Why not aim for that? Sandra's saying, oh, poo, Yorick. No, so don't say no more excuses. Yorick saying, my dad and sister's birthday number came up and someone's aging your family. Sandra saying, Brad, sorry, I'm doing my best, Sandra, sorry. Dude, Brad needs to catch up with the messages, LOL. I'm trying, Sandra. I'm trying. I'll keep going. Yorick saying, lottery is like finding a needle in a haystack. A really massive, huge, yeah, it is. I think it's you've got one chance in 14 million of winning a national lottery. I think the European lottery is probably higher, even bigger odds. Not bigger odds, whatever kind of odds. Less chances of winning, basically. Don't say it. Sometimes I feel like I make a conversation about me, but I'm really just trying to show that I understand what you're going through by sharing a similar experience. But then I feel I made it about myself. No, don't be silly, Dawn. I do it. Everyone does that. Loads of people do that. Yeah, you're trying to show understanding by giving a similar story. I do that. So don't feel bad about it. You can feel bad about it if you want. That's your choice, but you don't need to. Sharing, isn't it? Sharing the story. It's good to match it. Oh yeah, I've experienced that myself before. I'm trying to relate a story back to you, basically. Yes, I get it. So don't feel bad. I understand what you're trying to say, though. Of course, you're trying to say, Yorick. They say the chances of getting hit by a plane are higher than winning the lottery. Yes, they are. There's always a chance. Sander then says, Dawn, we all do that, LOL. Thanks, Sander. I agree. Dawn says, saying, rest in bitch face. I have that. Yeah, it's something like that. Rest in bitch face. Angry. Yes, that's my chronically unimpressed face, basically. That's what I call mine. Chronically unimpressed. I'd say sometimes I am, though. I think I look at people who's being fucking idiots and I just look at them and think, I'm not impressed whatsoever. Thinking this is just awful. I think I just want to be away from these fucking wankers when I'm at work sometimes. I think I'm just not impressed by these dicks. Not at all. And then you've got to listen to them sometimes. Maybe they think the same about me, though. Who knows? Anyway, Sandra then says, I try to actively listen though. Yeah, of course. It's different if, right, someone's saying something. I'm thinking in lines of that. Someone's saying something, then you match the story. So you're trying to show understanding by sharing your story with them. You're coming from a good place. However, on the other hand, if you've got someone saying the story and then they, like you did something, you went to the cinema or whatever, you achieved something, and then they try and one up your story. That's a different, they're coming from a different angle though. Their ego's just trying to prove to you that they're better than you kind of thing. That's different. That's different. I'm not saying that Dawn's doing that, of course not. But that's different, if you know what I mean. Some people, you'll talk about yourself and they'll try and one up you. It depends on the feeling of something. You can tell if someone's coming from a good place or an egotistical place. Also, in relation to what I'm saying, imagine if you ask for help, you're at work. Oh, can you help me, please? I need you to help me with this. I'm struggling to lift this. And you're coming from a genuine place, or you're just genuinely trying to help the team, but you need help. You genuinely need help. Of course, that's a good thing. You're coming from a good place. However, if someone's an egotistical, bossy prick, and they go, pass me that pen. Like, you can get it yourself, you dick. Why are you asking me to do it? Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. They're coming from an egotistical place. They're asking you to help them, but they're coming from a manipulative place. And I think you can tell the difference. Sorry, I'm going on a bit there. I don't know if I'm going on about the right things there, but anyway, I'll shut up. That's all I've got to say on that. Depends where you're coming from, the energy and the intent behind what you're saying. If it comes from a good place, you shouldn't feel bad about it. That's that's my end point with regards to that. So sweepers have the fuel tank on the back and it gets muddy. I don't know much about that. Sorry, Dawn. So you've got to clean it, keep it maintained. Well, it's coming from a good place to keep it tidy, isn't he? If he's saying that. Sander B saying, nobody gives a fuck, fires, go away. What was said, Sander? I don't know. I didn't see it. Was it some free Gaza? Please, free Gaza. Free Palestine as well, please. Is it one of them? Oh, do you know what I'm going to fucking do today? I'm going to write on free Palestine on this fucking live vlog that this Brad's doing. Yeah, I'm going to write it on there. And then that's going to solve everything. Yeah. Well, what am I going to do? Shall we all go now? I think everyone here needs to go to Israel and we'll have a word with the Prime Minister. We'll tell him he's been a naughty boy. And please stop bombing those people. And I'm sure he'll go, oh, fucking hell, Brad's here. I better stop doing what I'm doing. It's like, no, you're not going to listen to this bald-headed dick over here, is he? I don't know why people write on this. It's silly. Free Gaza, free this. I get it. I don't get it. It's a bit brain dead. It's trending. I get the suffering going on. I'm not trying to be insensitive. There's probably people dying. It's fucking awful. People getting bombed, innocent people. I get it, but... And also, what a lot of people don't do, I'm paraphrasing Jordan Peterson here. It's like, you've not sorted your own fucking life out. Life's a fucking mess. Just letting your own piss and shit. And then you're fucking typing free fucking Palestine on a phone like a muppet. It's like, sort your own life out. And how the fuck how can you sort world affairs out if you can't sort your own life out? How can you do that? And even if you have your life together, it's hard enough having your own life together, isn't it? It really is. It's not easy having your own life together. Having insecurities and shit goes on, shit happens. I'm not going to be able to, I can't solve complex world affairs that have been going on for centuries or whatever it is. I'm not even going to try to either, because that'd be foolish of me to try. Wasting my time and energy, basically. Anyway, that's my little 2p's worth on that. You're saying, but wow, that's a big win nonetheless, Brad. Well done. Yeah, it was nice. Nice to get the money. Don saying, I call these people 11 earthers. If you've been to Tenerife, they've been to 11 ETH. Sorry, I know that's going to be a country. Yeah, it is a country, that one. Don, proper cunt, that one. It's not fine. What was I going to say then? Yeah, they always have to one-up you. That's another red flag for a person or a friend. They've always got to one-up you. They're never happy for you. They tend to be jealous people. Envious, let's say envious. Envious people would do that. And they always have to be better than you. They always have to one-up you all the time. They always have to interrupt your conversation. You're a big moment. You've passed your degree. You've got a new job. You've got a new house. They're not really happy. They won't even be happy for you. They're just going to say, oh, I've got this mansion or whatever it is. Oh, I've got a house. Oh, I've got a mansion, whatever it is. They're just trying to take away from your light, really. Red flag, basically, as a person. Eric saying, yeah, one of them, Brad. Was it one of them? Yes, it was. There's loads of them. I like to talk to them sometimes, but they probably won't like what I've got to say. They won't stay around long after I've spoken to them. On that note, I once had Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my mum and dad's house when I was living with them. They knocked on the house, Jehovah's Witnesses. I answered the fucking door. Worst person ever to answer the door. And then they went, oh, they started talking to me. And then I thought, fuck it, I'm chucking the lot at them. Chuck, imagine my spirituality. I was going, oh yeah, blah, 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 about this, blah, 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 that. All my thoughts about spirituality and how all religions point to one thing. And then, oh, you've got a lot of ideas, haven't you? And then they fucked off. They fucked off because they thought, shit, this one's got a mind of his own. This one's got all the fucking, not got all the answers, but this one's got a lot of thoughts and answers. Because they want to give a lot of religions, they want to be the ones with the answers and you to be the little sheep that goes up to them and expects the answers, so to say. Anyway, it's a little story about scaring off the Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't trying to scare them off, I was just trying to talk to them, but I didn't think they really appreciated it. Dawn saying, is anyone into dream interpretation? Yes, I think it's interesting. Me and my friend had some crazy dreams recently. What happened in your dreams, Dawn? I think dream interpretations can be good. However, let's say one person dreams about a rabbit and the other person dreams about a rabbit. Those two dreams could mean two different things. It depends on the person. I think they're all personalized as well. But it can be interesting. Dreams are interesting. They're crazy. Sometimes you can get premonitions from dreams as well, in my opinion. Sander B saying Free Willy. What do you mean by that, Sander? Do you mean the movie? Or do you mean something else? What's... Oh. I don't know what you mean, Sander. I've seen the film. There's also another avenue I could go down with regards to Free Willy. Of course, but I'm not going to do that on here. Oh, bad jokes. Santa saying laughing my ass off. Dawn saying her. Santa saying Dawn. No, I normally Google my dreams. Of course. I'm going to change that. It's open chat now, this man. Open chat. I'm just going to type this in. Let's keep that there, whatever. One moment, sorry guys, I'm going back to... so Dawn saying, yeah, that's what we did. Yorikson saying, I always dream about being in a toy store, seeing new toys. A reoccurring dream. I used to get reoccurring dreams as well. Yeah. Sleep paralysis. I used to get sleep paralysis as well. I might have told you this before. That was fucked up. And I'd see people in my room and I couldn't move. I was young. I got out of it though. I got used to it after a while, but it was crazy. For about a year, I had sleep paralysis on and off. Sandy's saying, yeah, I'm so into that. Sandy's saying, wow, what does that mean, Dawn? Dawn says, my friend had a dream that I was drowning, then I got out and was sick and she could smell it all morning at work. Wow, that's some next level shit, Dawn. Dawn's saying, I have no idea, I just Googled too. Yeah, of course. It's how you feel in the dream as well. I think is that's linked to it, how you feel in that dream. Subconscious, isn't it? So interesting, though. Do you go to another place when you dream? I believe we do. I think it's interesting as fuck. Really interesting. I once had I've back to this. I once had a dream. I was walking across a bridge and my friend walked past me. And then I turned around and waved back and he waved at me. And then the next day I found out my friend had committed suicide. How mad's that? Honest to God. Honest to fucking God. And I once had a dream. Listen, I was doing, God, fuck me. I once had a dream. It was in black and white. I just woke up, but my eyes were closed, but I could see black and white. I could see something happening. And I was doing resuscitate. I was resuscitating, doing, sorry, I was resuscitating someone basically, doing the prep. Oh, God. I can't get the words out. Anyway, I was resuscitating somebody. And that day, fucking that week, two people I was a student nurse at the time. That week, we had two cardiac arrests. And they both passed away. I dream about it. It's crazy, isn't it? So, yes. Yeah. And I think there's other things have happened to me in the past as well. Dreams are interesting. They're not all dreams. Not all my dreams have occurred like that, though. You just get some crazy dreams as well, of course. So I was saying, wow, she could literally smell it. That's interesting, man. She's maybe a clairvoyant. Maybe, Yorick. Dawn likes upsetting TV license people. How? Yes, I can understand why you'd enjoy that, Dawn. That's quite a nice, fun activity. How do you upset them? Is a question. Sandra's saying, Brad, they like you nice and indoctrinated. Of course they fucking do. Especially Jehovah's Witnesses. They want you to join them, don't they? Join the one true God, or God's the best God. Come with us, we'll tell you what to think. No thanks. Nothing wrong with religion, by the way. It can be a positive thing. No disrespect to anyone that believes in whatever they believe in. Live and let live. But don't tell me what to fucking think, mate. That means no. I'd be a bit ashamed of myself. We should think for ourselves, come up with our own opinions and our own perspectives. And obviously, if it's evidence-based as well, educate yourself, read about things, learn about things, and also be open-minded enough to be wrong sometimes. It's okay. It's okay to have your perspective change sometimes. If you're open-minded, that's just a big sign of intelligence. You're never going to know everything, of course. Dawn saying, yes, she definitely is, Yorick, with the being a clairvoyant. That's interesting, Dawn. Yorick then says, what if it means of being in a toy shop in a dream? I don't know what it means, mate. I'd have to Google it. Dawn saying she'll have to Google. Sandra's then saying, yes, the movie LOL, as a reference to Free Gaza, etc. bad joke, LOL. Right, okay, I get it. Kind of. Free Willy. Yeah, Free Willy. Free Willy. Type it on the computer. But put it in capitals. Put it in capitals. That'll fucking show them how angry you are. You're shouting. Like, fuck off, Muppet. Sorry, I'm going on. Sander, I'm foreign out laughing my ass off. That's my excuse. Not a bad joke, actually, Sander. It took me a while to fucking get it, though. Shows how slow I am with that. Don't say I was pregnant in my dream last night and I'd let a narcissist get back talk to me. And when I realised I was gutted, wow, that's a very specific dream, Dawn. Wow, interesting. It's good that you were gutted, though. At the end of it, you felt bad about it. That's a good thing. You felt bad about letting that person back in, that type of person back in. You're saying there are some foods, if you have them right before bed, you can affect your dreams, like cheese. Yes. I don't know how that works, but I've heard that before. It can give you nightmares. I think it can. Tana's saying, Yorick, for fuck's sake, I literally had a small slice of cheese. I think it's if you have a lot, Sander. I think a small slice should be fine. Sander's laughing. So Yorick saying beetroot juice right before bed and you have deep REM sleep, so maybe more vivid dreams. One moment. Wine before bed could also affect your dreams, Dawn. Yeah, there's a lot of drinking alcohol. You can have a shit night's sleep for sure. God, I used to take drugs when I was younger, so it affected my dreams big time. It caused me to have sleep paralysis. It did. That was because I was undernourished and exhausted and mentally exhausted. I was burnt out. Therefore, yeah. I'd have sleep paralysis at one point. Don't saying that's heavy, Brad. Yeah, sorry, that's a bit heavy. But that happened. Honestly, that happened. Mad. R. Hello, R. Good of you to join us. Sorry, I've only just got to your comment. My name is Brad, by the way. This is it. Sorry, you've heard this before, guys. Sorry. Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is Let's Get Inspired live vlog. Good of you to join us, by the way. Thanks to anyone that subscribed, by the way. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. R. saying, I'm chasing my dreams and fall from height on concrete and wake up with a nosebleed. That's mad, R. Wow. Are they a reoccurring dream is the question. Sanders saying, Yorick, alcohol is an obvious one and that always fucks up your sleep. Oh, it really does. Really fucks up your sleep. Yorick saying, don't worry, Sandy. You just dream of robot wives if she's taking over normal lives. Yeah, that's what's coming. These robots are going to take over. However, it's Yorick. It's a double-edged sword, mate, because you're only going to get robot men as well. Probably, innit? You might, if they're going to do robot wives, they're going to do robot husbands. I think we're all fucked. We're all fucked. We're all cooked. Santa's saying, wow, did you research what it means? Yes, it's interesting. Thanks for sharing, by the way, RI. Appreciate that. Santa's saying, ha, Yorick, I'd like a robot cleaner. You can get them little ones, can't you? The little ones. Do you know, like the little disc ones on the floor? They look a bit shit, if I'm honest. But I think you can get them. They have them in that restaurant as well. Do you know when you get them little meals, like them Japanese meals, and you sit there and they come on a conveyor belt? Your sushi. And they have little robots that come round and you put your tray on the back of them. Has anyone seen them before? They're not quite up to scratch yet, though, are they? Anyway, Yorick saying, what about robot husbands? Sorry, I've only just read that now, by the way, Yorick. You said it before me. Would women want that? You can picture the size. Yeah. I think they'll out working out performers all day long. They just will, because it's a robot. All of us. Don't say I don't have a TV, but I don't tell them. I just let them visit and send letters, then don't talk to them. Yeah, I did that for ages as well, by the way, Dawn. I walked past them once on my doorstep and went in and shut the door. So you're giving them a bit of hope, like, oh, they're coming, and then go, boom. Yeah. It's a con anyway, Dawn. We're already paying a lot of money for things anyway. We're getting mugged off anyway. We're wage slaves, let's say. So it's good to keep them on the toes, though. They'll keep chasing that imaginary dollar that they're never going to get. That's your fight back against the system, Dawn. Good for you. It's a small win, but it's still a win. Keep them guessing. Keep them working for that. Keep dangling the carrot in front of them that they're never going to fucking get. Anyway, Santa's saying, laughing my ass off, Yorick. Well, that's interesting. Well, yeah. Regarding the robot machine. Santa's saying, oh, thank God you get it, Brad. Yeah, got it eventually, Santa. The whole Free Willy thing. Santa then says, Dawn, ha. They deserve that, though. My dad back home would ring us to lock the door because they're coming. So we literally never don't open the door. Nope. So Dawn saying, no, don't apologise. Heavy isn't bad. Thanks, Dawn. Thank you. Hi, Sync. Sorry, Sync. I've only just seen your message there. You comment, evening all. Evening to Sync. Good of you to join us. I hope you're okay. Santa's saying hi to Sync. I hope I'm saying it right. Yorick then says, then the robot wives and robot husband will start arguing. Maybe. Or make robot babies. We're going a bit weird here, but yeah, they're going to make robot babies, of course. Sorry, we're going with regards to AI here. We're going off topic a bit. It's all good. Don's laughing. Don't say evening to sing. Our artist there says, yes, I'm always chased, end up falling. Last time was top of a car park. You hit the floor and got another nosebleed when woke up. Happened a lot. Wow, you are. That's heavy, mate. That's heavy. Yeah, I don't know much about that, if I'm honest. Thank you for sharing. It's interesting. Have you asked for any advice on it? Have you looked online to see what that could mean? Don't say, geez, that's crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just going to have a sip of water, guys, and have a little rest. You need to go to sleep, Dawn. I don't blame you. You probably got work tomorrow as a guest. Thanks for being with us again, Dawn. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Hope it goes quick. I think you're working these next few days, aren't you, if I remember correctly? Hope you have a good night's sleep. Hope your shift goes quickly, and I hope that you enjoy your time off soon. Thanks for being with us again, Dawn. I'm just going quiet for a moment. Yorick said, amazing stream tonight, Brad. Well, funny. Oh, good. It's good to laugh. Good to laugh. It helps with the stress of life, doesn't it? Helps us feel better. I'm glad you found it funny, Yorick. I found it funny too. It was a nice, had a good feel to it, so that's good. Sink saying, I always used to have the same dream. Chased by a guy with an axe, and I'd be running around this never-ending corner. Shit. But then one time I got past it and there was just 4 different coloured houses. Mad how dreams work, isn't it, Sink? Yeah, it's that being chased dream. Have you ever had that being chased dream and you're really slow? You can hardly run. Or have you ever had a dream where you're fighting someone and you're throwing a punch and it's really slow? Yeah. As well. Dawn saying thank you. See you all again soon. Yes, hopefully see you again soon, Dawn. Yorick says this. So says good night to Dawn as well. And Sink says good night, Dawn. That's lovely. Has anyone seen the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Yes, Yorick. It's been a long time though, mate. A really long time since I've seen that. Who's in it? I can't remember. Who's in it? I've not seen that for a long time. Is it an 80s film or a 90s film? I can't remember. I think it's an 80s film, isn't it? One moment. I'm just chilling a moment, guys. I'm just going to... I was saying, I see a woman with long black hair in my dream. Always the same woman. Never see her face. Wow. I used to have sleep. I don't know if you've heard this story before from me. I used to have sleep paralysis. I couldn't fucking move. Sleep paralysis is you wake up, your eyes are awake, mind is aware. However, you can't move. You're laying in your bed, sleep paralysis, you can't move. And then what I'd see people in my room. I'd see people in the room, and they're actually, they look like they're actually there. That was in like a fucking crazy sleep, whatever, sleep paralysis. And I'd be like, trying to breathe like that, thinking, fuck, you're trying to tell them to fuck off. Like, what the fuck are you doing in my room? I was trying to say. And you can't fucking say anything. That's sleep paralysis, and it shits you up to fuck. And then one time, there was a jacket, and it was on a wardrobe door. There's a jacket and a wardrobe door, but however, I thought it was the fucking, what was it? The Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper and the finger. Do you remember Terminator 2? Everyone's seen Terminator 2? And the bad guy, T1000, is it T1000? The cop. in Terminator 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course, and the finger points out and it gets longer and longer and longer, and the fucking Grim Reaper was pointing at me, and the finger was going longer and longer and longer to me, like it's gonna fucking port through my brain, and I was led there, sleep paralysis, looking at this fucking Grim Reaper with that fucking long pointy finger coming towards me. I was like, fucking shitting myself, and then you get out of it eventually, but you're fighting to move your body and you can't fucking move. That was in my early 20s, by the way, a long time ago. And I kept having these types of dreams for about a year, on and off, not every week, not every day, but every few weeks I'd have them at least. And I got used to it. So I stopped being scared of it. And when I stopped being scared of it, it went away. But anyway, that's my little sleep paralysis experience, let's say. That's mad, or are you seeing that? Sorry, going back to his comment, you see a woman with long black hair in your dream, always the same woman, but you never see her face. Wow. It's mad that it's reoccurring as well. It's almost like I'm going a bit outwardly here. Is it? Do you believe that dreams are just a figment of our imagination, which I think they are a lot of the time, or is it a gateway to the other side? Are we going somewhere else if you believe in the spirit, etc.? I think we go somewhere else to an extent. I think there is something else that a lot of people don't understand as well. Obviously, everyone will have a different opinion on that. Yorick's then saying, dreams of being chased has something to do with you running away from a different aspect of your personality or someone trying to catch up with you. Yes, Yorick, that makes sense. Yorick's saying, scary RR. Sink is saying, never had sleep paralysis, thank God. No, Sink, you don't want it. Well, at the time, I was living in Ibiza at the time. I used to live in Ibiza in 2004, 2005. I think this was in 2005 I was experiencing this. And I used to take a lot of drugs. I used to drink I drank every day. I was working in Ibiza. I was living in Ibiza. I was partying all the time. And I think my body was just tired and drugged up. And that's why I ended up fucking with that. It wasn't good. Not healthy. Eric then says, do you watch a lot of scary movies? So some things we watch and sometimes occur in our dreams. Absolutely. Sometimes things that we're talking about, think about that day can come into our dreams as well, of course. Sink saying, now that's very true. Yorick then said, I used to dream about my video games and I played them too much. Yeah, I've done that. So play them less. Now, like 1 hour timer. Yeah, to restrict yourself. So it's addictive. Yorick, do you know the reason why I don't have a computer anymore, Yorick? Like that, like a PlayStation, whatever. I absolutely love them. I enjoy them. I enjoy playing computer games. I absolutely love playing computer games. Especially now with the technology, it's so much better than it used to be. But I know what I'm like. I'll be hooked. If I get a really good game, I'll be on it for hours and hours and hours. I get addicted to it. I'm all or nothing. So I'd end up. That's why I don't have a computer, basically, because I know what to do. I get sucked into it. Good of you though to have the restriction like 1 hour timer and then stop. That's a good way of dealing with that because it's very addictive, isn't it? Because it's fun, it's good, it's enjoyable. I'm just gonna have a rest, guys. I've been talking for a while. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's 10 to 10. I've had a really good time. Thank you for everyone that's joined. Thank you for everyone that's joined. Thank you for anyone that's subscribed. Thank you for anyone that's watched or commented. Obviously, thank you to anyone that's subscribed. If you want to see more content like this, just click that notification button and you'll be informed when I'm on my next live. The next time I'm going to be live is going to be Sunday. Sorry, Sink, I'll read that in a second. I've just seen it. I'll just finish what I'm saying, sorry. On Sunday, I'm going to speak about being a people pleaser. I'm going to speak about being a people pleaser, on why we become people pleasers, and why it's a bad thing, why it could be a bad thing, and how to come away from that. So yeah, the disease to please, feeling guilty when when feeling guilty for saying no as well. That type of thing can be linked to being a people pleaser. Anyway, that's what I'm going to talk about on Sunday. I'll just read these comments. That'll be at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Stink saying I used to play games all the time, but my PC has been collecting dust for the past year. So you've not done it for a while. You've got out the habit of it. Yorick saying, Brad, any plan for a special stream on the 50th episode? Thanks, Yorick. That's good. No plans, no, but thank you for... That's a good idea, and I'll act on that. So thank you for the suggestion. That's a good idea. I need to think of that. That's a good one. Thanks, Yorick. I'll think about that. I'll implement that. Absolutely. Thank you, Yorick. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go because I've got to go to work tomorrow. I hope you have a really nice week. Hope the rest of the week goes well for you guys. Thanks again just for being on here. I appreciate you all. I wish you all well, of course. If you want to join me on Sunday, then please do. Obviously, I've already said it. I'm going to talk about people pleasers. Okay. Thank you for your time. Good night to all. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.